Hey everyone, welcome back. My name is Angel. Today we're going to go over how can you negotiate in a seller finance transaction or in a subject to transaction, right? So just in general, how to negotiate in creative finance, and it's really not that complicated. The core of what seller finance and creative finance is you want to control one of two things. And if you can watch this quick 4 or 5 minute video and take this advice, you will make as much money as you want in this industry. But you want to control either the price or you want to control the term of the deal. And let me explain in ways where it all makes sense, right? So if you want to control the price of the deal, you want to be controlling the principal amount that you're going to owe to the seller, and you want to be controlling the payment that you're going to give them on a monthly basis. Now, let's break that down. Okay, it's going to be $50,000 is what the seller's going to finance me, and I can pay you $500 a month. Now, the way that we're going to get that number, before you even get to saying, hey, how can I negotiate and make an offer, it's what am I going to resell the property for on the back end? So if I know that this same property is going to be making me $800 a month cash flow, then that is my projected cash amount coming in every month, right? So if $800 is my cash amount, that means I can't offer the seller more than the $800 a month, right? Because I want to be cash flow positive in this scenario, or in any scenario, right? You always want to be cash flow positive. So if I know I'm going to make $300 a month cash flow, then I have from zero all the way to 500, really all the way to 800 to start negotiating with the seller. But in this simple scenario, it's $50,000 and $500 a month, right? Let's say that is set. So that's you controlling the price. Now we're going to go over to the other side, and the seller wants to control the terms. So if the seller is controlling the terms on the deal, then that means they're controlling the term of the length, and they're controlling the interest rate. So those are the two things that they're controlling, and you're over here controlling these two things. Now, this is where it starts getting pretty good, right? If it's $500 a month, I know I can pay you for the next 100 months, right? So that's a very simple creative finance, seller finance deal. But now where it gets complicated is like, oh, Mr. Seller, or, let's say they tell you, and I'll put it here up on my 10B2 calculator on my phone, and we'll put the numbers here on the screen. But if it's a $50,000 and then you have a $500 payment, that means for the next 100 months, I'm going to be paying you $500. So now, let's say the seller says, okay, I want it at a 5% interest rate. So if the seller wants a 5% interest rate on the $50,000, then that means, hey, for the next 129 months, I can pay you $500. Now, you notice in this scenario, we're still controlling the price, right? We always want to control the price. We never want to let them control both price and terms, because then you're done. And how would that look like? Because if they want a 5% interest and they control the price and the terms now, well, now you're at $612 a month. Now, do you want to be paying $612 a month when you know you're only going to be making $800? Me? It could still happen. But it's just showing you don't want to let them control that, right? So then we're going to go back, and then we're going to say, okay, I can still only do $500 a month. But now let's say, hey, you know what? That's fine, but I want to do it in 60 months. So what does that mean? So if they want to get paid out in 60 months, then that means I would have to, it's literally almost impossible. Like, you'd have to put some kind of interest rate on it. So that's like, even here, me making this video, this would be like a live negotiation saying like, you know what? I can't do it. The only way I'd be able to pay you out in 60 months is if I pay you $833 a month. And the way that's going to look like on 10B2 calculator is 60. So you're going to start with N at 60, I/Y are at 0, PV 50,000, and then you're going to hit payment. Payment is going to be negative $833 a month. Now you're going to be losing $33 a month for the next 60 months in order to put this deal together. Is that something you would want to do? And the answer I would say is no. But it just in this quick scenario, is just to show you that is the power of controlling either price or terms, and how quickly it can sway to the other side if you let them control one of the two. And I was doing a mock scenario, and I was still like, hey, that wouldn't work out. This is all I could do for you. And if that's what they wanted to be paid out in 60 months, that means I'm going to lose $33 a month to pick up a deal. That's not a deal in my mind. So like, there's so many scenarios and so many ways you can approach it. And that was just a really quick live example. I'm going to be making more videos on this topic, because I know no matter how much I talk about it, it is always useful to go through these steps. But just a quick reminder, if you take anything away from this video, it's control either price or control the terms of the deal. And if you can control one of those two, just make sure that they think they're controlling one, but really you're the one controlling one of the two anyways. Meaning, I'm always only going to pay you $500 a month. So it doesn't matter what you do on the back end because I can only pay you this anyways, right? So have that in mind. Control one of the two and you will make as much money as you like in this industry. If you have any questions, make sure you leave it down in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching.